Alright guys, welcome back to ACA for another episode. Today we are going to be reviewing the Partagas Series No. 1, the 2017 limited edition. This is Robusto Extra. Okay. These wrappers are actually super dark. They're very well packed, super well packed actually. I don't think you get more well packed than this. To me, I'm really getting kind of like a molasses, dark chocolate off of the wrapper, but I'm getting like a little bit of ammonia off the foot, just a twinge. I've actually had one of these before, but so I'm really curious to see what you guys are gonna think.
Yeah. Given that you've gone through the flavors, I'll talk about the aesthetics of the cigar. It's got a couple oily spots there, very small veins. Like Nate said, construction is great. By looking at where we start lighting it up, the hand roller equipment is fantastic. The scissors is
You mean the hands?
No, I'm looking at like how well cut this part is, because I had a couple cigars that had like little bumps here or there. So definitely great pair of scissors that trimmed it off. In terms of construction of the cigar, but I don't see any points that can lift off. So. Yeah, you can massively handle these and not worry about them.
So construction is good, is what you're trying to say.
I think it's perfect. So
we don't need to get this past 10 minutes, by the way, Galen. We're not sponsored, so we're not going to get any ad revenue or anything off this. So it's cool. So the construction is good. So yeah, what's the cold draw saying?
I'm still getting a little ammonia there.
Cold draw's nice. Getting a bit just hay, sort of that type of earthiness. It's quite nice. There's no real, don't get any chocolate or anything.
I'm just getting that off the wrapper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get the ammonia.
Just a little bit. But I don't think it really comes through in the smoke later on. Anyway, let's see. Alright guys, we're gonna light these up and then let you know what we think. Alright guys, welcome back. We're at the end of the first third. Galen, you wanna start us off? What do you think?
I'm gonna say that this is a medium mild smoke. It's very difficult for me to figure out what the flavor profile is, but I can say it's kind of like an herby, earthy, not earthy, but I'll just say more, yeah, herby taste.
I was struggling for the first sort of centimeter into it. Wasn't really getting too much flavor out of it. It was quite smooth. But I couldn't really work out sort of what I was getting, and then it developed into a hint of sweetness, and then sudden burst of like raisins, like chocolate raisins. That's what the main flavour is for me, and then I've just started getting a hint of nut, not toasted almonds or anything yet, but just a hint of nuts is what I'm getting so far. But yeah, raisins is predominant flavour for the first third.
Any stone fruit?
No stone fruit. But yeah, construction's good. Burns pretty good. Ash, I think we're all worried about the ash dropping off very, very soon. So yeah, pretty happy so far.
Yeah, I'm getting all kinds of things. Like I think mine has actually gone down in intensity a little bit. I think when I first lit it up, it was more like full, medium full, and now it's more medium light. When I first lit it up, I was definitely getting a really intense kind of saltiness, which is subsided now. But yeah, it's been kind of everywhere a little bit. I've been getting a little woody notes there, a little grassiness, a little bit of that molasses I think that I was getting off of the wrapper. And it's definitely a smooth smoke. I'm getting a little bit of black pepper here and there. But yeah, I'm not sure it's not so consistent in terms of the flavor profile yet. I actually I was thinking about it. The one I had previously definitely, to me, had a bit more of those kind of Partagas, kind of that complex kind of spiciness. I'm not getting that so much this time. That one I was smoking outside. I don't know if the humidity had any impact or just that it was a different stick. Same box, so these are all from the same box. But
I don't know. For me, like if you'd have given it as a blind tasting, I wouldn't have picked it out to be a Partagas. Like straight off the bat, I've never really had raisin notes too much out of a cigar, so I would never have pegged it for a Partagas. It is quite, for me, quite light.
We were getting raisins off of that Coaba.
Oh yeah, the Diadema, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's probably the closest. But obviously,
This
I
is a
know
lot
it's
better
not
than
a,
that.
yeah, it's a lot better. But
I can see what you're saying right now after the ash drop. I'm definitely getting a bit of the peppery. So it goes back to a Partagas.
Yeah. All right.
okay, well we'll come back over the second, third.
Hey guys, welcome back to the second, third. Johnny, thoughts?
For me, it's still been really similar to the first third in the fact that it's developed a bit more of the raisin profile for me, a bit more chocolatey. Mine's actually quite a relatively tight draw, so I'm not getting as much smoke production as the other guys. But yeah, I think we've started pairing it with a really nice port that we've actually previously had. It's the Taylor's 30-year-old port. Well, actually 70 years old now.
69 years. to be
69
exact.
years. But it's really nice because that's really bringing out the raisin flavour for this cigar. So I think it's a really good pairing.
Yeah.
But
Excellent, great.
yeah, no, I think it's really good so far. Still happy. Okay, Nate, what do you guys think?
It's definitely picked up a bit more in terms of its intensity of flavor. I agree with the raisin, but I'm not I'm not getting a distinctive taste, not the cacao that I'm used to. Herby, earthy, not earthy. It's just more of the herb flavor.
What's the internet saying?
The internet does not say anything. It's not really a heavily reviewed cigar, so I guess
This is why you're struggling for flavours.
Yeah, yeah. My taste buds is dependent on the internet.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's interesting. We were talking about this. Probably a blind tasting. I don't know if any of us would have really picked it out for a Partagas. It's, for me, really taken on. That sweetness is a little bit there. I can see what Johnny's saying about the raisins. Definitely getting a lot of, especially now that the cigar has gotten, I think I'm smoking a little faster than you guys. It's taken on like pretty, kind of an interesting woody, almost an oakiness to it. Very smooth. That black pepper is definitely gone. That saltiness that I was getting really strongly at the beginning is gone. Really enjoying it though. It's going well with the port. So yeah.
I agree.
Well, let's come back in the final third.
Welcome back to the final third here. We're all about down there.
Yeah.
Johnny's is falling apart.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would give this a. I think I would give this an 89. It hasn't changed like significantly since the second, third for me. Still getting the kind of the same flavors.
I give this 92.
The port or the cigar?
The port. In
Okay.
terms of the cigar, 86. 86 because it's
86.
a little bit low because it's just because the internet didn't say much. So I'm not saying too much. I can't pinpoint what is the flavor, but it's definitely a Partagas when it hit about the lower end of the second third for me. So that's why I raised it a bit. Otherwise, it's going to be like an 84.
I would agree with you. It's definitely taken on a bit more of those Partagas characteristics towards the end of the cigar, but still less so than you might hope from a Partagas limited edition.
But it's still smooth like that. I think
Yeah,
the
agreed.
limited edition is that it's good tobacco, very creamy throughout the whole entire stick. I'm not getting any heat in it. The retro hill is still
okay,
good.
now you're saying it's creamy throughout the whole stick, but that's not anything that you've mentioned before.
Well, because the internet didn't say creamy, so I mean this is all like dependent on what my brain's telling me now.
So you're confusing yourself basically, so you're not sure what's going on.
Of course.
Okay, well, obviously I've had a slight construction issue, sort of in my one, but
I don't think that's a construction
yeah,
issue.
I
think
no,
that's
no,
a
no.
handling issue.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
Johnny-
it's a
That's called user error.
Okay,
You
so
owe Johnny on this one.
I cut it again to try and sort of increase the draw because it was quite a tight draw. That wasn't a good move because it's now cracked the wrapper, and because it was so tightly packed, it's exploded a little bit out of the cigar. But
Now it's
Do you want to show them how badly?
so it's probably like a
56 ring gauge.
56 ring gauge now. But yeah, so racing wise, I'm going to give it an 86 as well. I'm actually going to agree with Galen, not because of the internet, but flavors wise, it's been pretty consistent. Like, I've been getting raisins all the way through, quite nice sweetness through it. Like, I'm getting nuttiness, not the toasted almonds that I love, but it's quite nutty. For an LE, yeah, really, really, good LE.
For the price point,
20. So we worked out about $21.
Okay, for the price point compared to other LEs, it's very good value. For the price point compared to like your standard production, yeah, you're paying LE prices.
But we were comparing it earlier with the Dantes, which is it's a slightly cheaper LE, and whether we would take a Dantes over this Partagas, and I'm tempted to say I would take the Dantes over this, because I think for the second and third of this cigar, great, but the first third, I didn't really get too much out of it. So, whereas the Dantes all the way through, I was getting a lot of flavour, a lot of the toasted almonds that I really enjoy. So, for me personally, I would take a Dantes, but I wouldn't say it's because this is a bad stick, I would take it, but genuinely say that I prefer the flavours of the Dantes. So, that's why I would take it. But I'd still rate this, as I said, an 86, pretty good cigar. And yeah, I mean, I've got a box of them, so I think I'm gonna still enjoy it. Well, two, but anyway, they're still a good stick. Like, I'm still happy I've got these, because I reckon with a bit more aging, who knows, what these could develop into. So
the Dantes are 2016, so they have an extra year.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, let's see. I mean, I'm happy with them. I'm happy with the cigar. It smoked great. So, I think I was a bit unlucky with mine, sort of with the draw, because the other guys, they've had great, great draw. Yeah,
great draw, great burn. I only touched it up once throughout, and it just burns evenly throughout. It's surprising enough what you said about how packed the cigar is. I think with that amount of packing, I would expect that the draw would be a lot more tight.
Oh, you should have smoked my one, because that was really tight.
Oh, is it? Like, it's like with this packing, I thought it was kind of like my D4s, but it's not. It's a tight draw, but it's still a very enjoyable smoke.
So would you guys recommend that people buy these?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, go for it.
I would definitely recommend. This is definitely one of the better LEs to get. We still need to try the punch, I think, to complete the trio.
Well, we need to do the talisman too. So.
Well, you've smoked.
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't. Okay, we've got talisman to smoke, so that's probably going to review coming up soon, and then one of us is going to have to buy some punch, so we can try the LE, because then complete the LE trio.
One of the two of you, because I'm not going to do it.
So we'll try our best to sort of get a review out. So yeah, well, like, comment, subscribe, let us know what you think about if you smoked one of these, your views, and yeah, come back to us. So
Cheers,
see you
guys.
soon. Thanks, guys.
Alright, that's still recording.
We have to do the.
I just turned it back on. It was stop recording.
Alright.
Yeah, shit, that's
I'm really liking the P2.
How much?
We're doing a different review. Thank you very much.
What do you think about the P2?